All right, so give me a shout out if anyone else is rocking this mop hair, totally coronavirus inspired. I used the pandemic as an excuse to stop getting my hair cut because honestly, it's the last thing on my mind right now. I don't really care that much about that. But feel free to talk about how my eyebrows are not professionally done and I buy cheap makeup as well because I know you guys are going to be looking for some retaliation after you hear what I have to say about your zodiac sign because I've ranked you from most mean to least mean. And we are going to start at the bottom of the scale with the least mean zodiac sign, and then we're going to work all the way up to the meanest sign of the zodiac. So the first sign we have, which is really number 12, is Aquarius. Now, Aquarius doesn't rank as being that mean because even though they're flaky and even though they stand you up sometimes, it's usually because they are taking a personal health day or something along those lines. So most people do have sympathy for them. Now, I've seen Aquarius kind of ditch some people and not show up when I feel like they should have shown up, but still most people have good relationships with their Aquarius friends and did not rank them as being very mean. Now, number 11 is Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is a very nice sign, but they're known for being brutally honest. And the one time that I really see that come out is when they get that spark of self-righteousness. They really feel like someone else has done something wrong and it's their responsibility to speak up about it. And when that happens, they will feel totally justified in destroying your life. All right, number 10 is Pisces. And Pisces ranked so low because I don't feel like a lot of women have trouble with Pisces women. I feel like women have trouble with Pisces men and men have trouble with Pisces women. Pisces tend to have a lot of trouble in their relationships for various reasons that I touched upon in my other video. And I really feel like that goes for both Pisces women and Pisces men. I feel like they have very similar struggles. But with Pisces women, a lot of us, we haven't experienced a Pisces woman being outright mean to our face. And that's probably why we ranked them pretty low as not being one of the meanest signs. Number 9 is Leo. And the big thing about Leo is if we are getting attention, well, we should be getting attention. If you're getting attention and we want the attention to come back on us, we're going to do what we have to do to cut you down and to get that nonsense to stop so that we can be back in the spotlight. Now, I'm not saying that I do that, but I am a Leo, so maybe I do. Who knows? Number 8 is Virgo. Now, Virgo women, I don't feel like I usually see them being mean, but I think they got ranked higher as being a meaner zodiac sign than Leo because Leo wants people to like them. Leo wants to stay on good terms with people because Leo is a total kiss up. But Virgo, on the other hand, is willing to let you know that your nonsense needs to stop. They're willing to let you know that what you're doing is not okay, and a lot of them are really shy, but I still see them putting their foot down and standing up when they feel that themselves or someone else around them has been treated unfairly. So I think that's why Virgo got ranked as being a little bit more mean than Leo. Number 7 is Taurus. Now, so many of the Taurus people I know, they're super chill, they have no reason to be mean, they simply wouldn't bother because they're lazy and they don't want to put the energy forth in order to go out and be mean to someone. But the ones who are mean, it's usually because they are snobs. They have high standards of what they like and what they think is acceptable. And if you're not wearing decent shoes, like you don't even have a decent choice in clean, well-kept shoes, they might kind of judge you for that. All right, next we have number 6 is Gemini. And really the only reason why Gemini didn't rank higher is because they're mean behind your back. They're not mean to your face. And I know most of the time I stand up for Gemini and I say that Gemini isn't actually that bad, but honestly, they might try to just word things in a totally different way to your face. Most Gemini women, they're really, really sweet and really, really kind to your face, but then Once they're in a different room with a different person, then they'll start to tell the other side of the story and how they think that you made an unwise decision, you made some questionable choices, or maybe they think you've gone nuts, maybe they think you need to see a psychiatrist. Like, things like that will start to come out behind your back. And even if it wasn't necessarily intended to be mean, it definitely feels mean when you hear that your Gemini friend was just saying all of that stuff behind your back. All right, so number 5 is Libra. And probably half of Libras are super sweet, super nice people, and they do like to keep the peace, as they're traditionally stereotyped to do in astrology. But then the other half of Libras, they just totally live for drama. That's all they want. They are shallow. They don't care about anything else. They're bored. They just want drama in order to be able to entertain themselves. And you're going to see that come out in reality TV shows like Selling Sunset, where the meanest girl in there is a Libra. So let me know in the comments below if you're able to guess who I'm actually talking about. All right, so number 4 is Cancer. And Cancer and Libra came really, really close to tying up on this one. But I think the reason why Cancer got a worse ranking is because the level of kindness they're capable of is really on par with the level of cruelty they're also capable of. So Cancer can be like the mother, it can be like the nurturer, the one who's going to take care of you and is going to save you from all of the bad things out in the world that have happened. But then they're also the one who throws you back into that cruelty of the world, and sometimes even intentionally, sometimes even knowingly. And I've seen Cancer women do some really, really morally questionable stuff that really personally makes me cringe and that I'm not comfortable talking about on camera. But I will say, just because this was already public anyway, I saw a Facebook post where a Cancer woman was basically defending violence against people who looked a certain way. So that's the kind of thing that I saw, and yes, that did come up from a Cancer woman. All right, next we have number 3 as Aries, and I'm almost surprised that Aries didn't rank higher. You did pretty well though, Aries. Good job, Aries. You're number 3. I feel like part of you is going to be upset that you didn't make number 1. Here's the thing, Aries, if you make them mad, if you come across as being a threat to them, their life, their family, or anything that they care about, they're going to cut you down. Kind of like Sagittarius does. They're going to do anything they can to stop you, to eliminate you from ever again being a threat. But here's the good thing about dealing with an Aries who's being mean. Once Aries has achieved the desired goal, they stop. Now, sometimes the desired goal is pretty bad, so it kind of depends on what that is, but usually once they're satisfied, they won't drag it on. So if they wanted to just kind of get you out of their workspace and get you out of being their competition, then once they achieve that goal, they're probably not going to ever cause any more drama in your life. It's over and it's done with. Now, with a lot of the other signs that ranked higher, I don't necessarily think that's the case. So for number 2, the second meanest sign of the zodiac, we have Capricorn. And I was totally in denial about this because I have my moon sign in Capricorn, and I'm like, Capricorn women aren't really that bad. But then I looked back at it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've had a Capricorn try to kill me before. So yeah, Capricorn can be a sign of a very bad temper, a sign that's really held some things in, and because they have all that kind of bottled up energy, they might not be fully consciously aware of how they end up using it and how mean they actually end up being. Capricorn is also really prone to projecting their insecurities out on others. So here's the thing about Capricorn being mean, and this is why I want to defend them. I think Capricorn is mean because the person they are most mean to is themselves. I think they have a lot of internalized, almost kind of self-hatred, but it's really just in the form of being self-critical. And they don't work through it. They don't see any reason to work through it. They don't see any reason to even try to be nice to themselves. So then a lot of times they don't see any reason to try to be nice to other people as well. So I think that's why Capricorn is so mean. Now, in terms of the types of things they do, I think like they'll literally try to make other people fight and stuff like that. They'll literally do things that can result in other people's physical harm, that could result in someone losing their job. And it's not even because it's something personal. It's not even because they themselves are affected by what's going on. A lot of times it's just like they don't really... I don't even think they know why they're doing it. They don't really ask themselves that question. And I think there's a lot of stuff internally that Capricorn needs to work through. And I'm sorry, because I have my moon in Capricorn and I feel for you, but this totally happens. It's a real problem. Okay, number 1 is one of my favorite signs of the zodiac because I apparently love mean women, and that is Scorpio. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, but Scorpio is one of the sweetest signs, and I'm like, yeah, but they can be pretty awful too. They really can. Like the dark side of Scorpio does get pretty dark, and I still say I like Scorpio women more than I like Scorpio men. If you want to know more about Scorpio men, watch the video that I made on men. But, oh gosh, what is the worst thing I've seen a Scorpio do? I definitely feel like they're the type to steal your boyfriend, to steal your girlfriend, to steal your wife, to, try to entice cheating in some way. And they can be the type to not just steal the limelight from you the way that Leo would, but kind of use you as a stepping stone to climb their own way up the ladder to make themselves look better. And that might mean destroying your reputation and totally leaving you in the rubble. Now, even the really, really nice Scorpios who I've never seen do this kind of thing, they're capable of being mean. They are going to be mean when they feel it's necessary. Now, there's a problem with a lot of women that we have today in the world where we were conditioned not to stand up for ourselves. We were told to never do that. And I feel like Scorpio, they kind of lived their life for these past however many generations, like long before I was even born, long before you were born. Scorpios have lived their life not being willing to give up their own personal power, their own personal rights, and they had to find ways to really be sneaky about how they would express that power, about how they would find a way to exert that power and not just be pushed around in society. But there are a lot of other signs, like my sign, Leo, for instance, like we just want to be liked. That's one of our primary things. We want people to like us. We want things to be happy. We want to feel good as we go throughout our day. And it's really hard for us when people don't like us. So that makes us sadly more prone, even though we're considered to be the queens, we are more prone to submitting to the will of others than Scorpio is. I think Scorpio is a more dominant sign than Leo is, and therefore oftentimes a more mean, a more assertive sign than just about any other sign in the zodiac. So let me know in the comments below if you agree with this. Let me know if you've watched that show I was talking about, and let me know if you're rocking mop hair like I am. If you would like to go to my Patreon and help me get a haircut, which I'm probably going to do today anyway, you can check the link below. And I do offer readings on my website. I have tons of availability because I try to get everything done super quick. I try to stay on top of things. We'll see how that goes. Message me to see if I still have availability, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!